Hi Crafty Friends! This is Jen from Katahdin Crafts, and I am super excited because today is Not Too Shabby's Subscription Box of the Month release day. Yay! Every month on the 1st, Not Too Shabby has a new release for their subscription box of the month, and December's box is called Sweet Wishes. So today starts off the design team's YouTube Hop, which is full of lots of inspiration and of course, a giveaway. Not Too Shabby is giving a $25 shopping spree to their shop for one lucky winner that enters the raffle copter that I will have linked below. So make sure that you hop along to the hashtag that will also be linked below, leave some love and comments, and enter to win that fabulous gift certificate. All right, so I want to show you what is in this box. It is full of lots of goodies. One of the things that I love so much about the Not Too Shabby shop is their paper pads. They are made from a really heavyweight, good quality cardstock, and it has a nice shiny surface, and the patterns are wonderful. And I love how everything coordinates perfectly together. So with these paper pads, this one's called an Elegant Birthday, and they are two-sided pieces of paper, 6x6, and there's 4 patterns of each. No, 4 pieces of each pattern. That's what I mean. And then of course there's some matching ephemera, and there are so many different pieces in each of these ephemera packs. And you can see how some of these images are repetitive from the paper, which makes it coordinate perfectly together. All right, and then they have birthdays and presents. It's almost like having 2 kits in one when I look at this, because you have 2 paper packs that match with each stamp set, and then the ephemera packs. So again, to me, it's like getting 2 kits in one. And aren't these just sweet and adorable? Those patterns, the cuddly little bears and the butterflies, and I love the palettes. Always, always I love the palette that Jamie comes up with these. And she also works with Teresa Russell, who designs a lot of the paper and the ephemera packs, and I do believe the stamps as well. And this month comes with 2 stamp sets. This one is Sweet Birthday, which we will be working with today, and then Birthday Bear. They are both super sweet and so much fun to color. I did color up that little bear as well. I just did not work with him today in my card. And then the stencil is a confetti stencil, and it is created by Krafty Al. She's also part of our design team. And it comes with some Trinity Stamps peppermint clay bits, and then this cute little blender brush from Rabbit Hole Designs. That would work great with the stencil. And then of course she also includes some candy or some sort of sweet treat always in her subscription boxes, along with some coordinating sweet sequins. And we will be using those today for our shaker card as well. Now getting right into our project. In order to make my shaker card frame, I'm using a die from My Favorite Things, and I selected that pretty faux glitter gold paper because I thought that would be very festive. I want this to be a very festive card, and I die cut that frame out. And now I'm going to cut down my background paper to 4 by 5¼ inches, and then I'm selecting that faux glittery black paper, and I'm going to do that 5½ by 4¼ which is your typical A2 size card, and that will be a perfect matte size for that shaker card element that we are going to create. Next, I'm going to cut 2 pieces of acetate the same size as the pink background paper and the frame, so approximately 4 inches by 5¼ inches, maybe just a hair smaller so you don't have any overlap on the edges. And I'm going to glue that down with some precision glue because that is a small space. And then I'm just going to press that down, and I did leave that for just a little bit to dry. And then I'm going to double up some foam tape. I know that they do make some strips, I believe now, of foam tape, so you don't have to do this, but I still have this in my stash, so I want to use it up. So I'm just going to double that, and then I'm going to cut it into thirds. So I'm making my own thin strips that way. And then what I always do is square up my edges, because I find if I don't, then I might have some seepage of my shaker elements on the corners. So I try to even that up and then I butt them right up against each other and just snip it off on the edge again. And then you will see that when I go to put the other sides on, the shorter sides, that I butt that right up against each other, and then you don't get any little stray sequins popping out on you. And yes, I have learned that the hard way. So now we have that all made. I'm going to brush on a little bit of powder, trying to help with the static and also the stickiness of the edges of that foam tape. I'm just going to brush it on, and then I'm going to wipe it off with a soft tissue. And then I'm going to fill up our shaker card with some of those sequins that come with the kit, which coordinates perfectly. And then I'm going to add some other sequins and micro beads from my stash that I just have laying around. And I just want a nice full shaker card. Some micro beads that are full of static, of course, so hopefully that powder will help. Now, what I like to do when making a shaker card, so I don't have to flip it and try to get it on there perfectly, I add another piece of acetate on the back the same size as the front. And we did have a little sequence that came out right there, so I'm just going to use my pen knife and just slide that back in there. But this way now I can pick up that whole shaker card element, and I don't have to line up my background paper with it and have everything spill out. Again, I learned that the hard way as well. So that is my little tip on making a shaker card. Next, I put together all the elements of my card. I just layered all those mats and glued them. And then I had already stamped out my images on heavyweight cardstock with Copic friendly ink. And then I colored them with my Copic markers, which was a fun, relaxing little bit of time. I absolutely love these images. I like anything that has the sweets, and I can build that like a little. I feel like I'm a baker. Is that silly? Probably. But I kind of feel like I'm a baker when I was coloring that up. Yeah. And it's, a lot less calories in these and so delicious looking. Yeah. All right, so as you can see, I also stamped out to my sweet friend, and then I fussy cut that out. But as I'm playing with my shaker card right now, I don't want to cover any of that. I like all of the stuff that's there already, and it's quite busy, so I didn't want to cover up that cute background paper, and I didn't want the sequence and all of that fun stuff inside the shaker card to be covered. So I chose not to put a sentiment on the front, and I'm just going to put this onto my card base now, which is 5.5 by 4.25, an A2 card size. I'm just going to press that down. And of course you can stamp that sentiment in the center of your card in the middle, and that could work, or you could leave that blank like I do, so I can, or often do, so I can write a little note to my friend. But there we have it, a nice little shaker card. I love it. I love these images. I love this kit. It's endless possibilities. Thank you so much for crafting with me again today. Make sure that you hop along with that hashtag linked below, and that will also help you get entered into that $25 gift certificate giveaway. That is super exciting. And there's so many talented people on this hop that I would love for you to give them all some love. And again, I am Jen, and this is my channel, Katahdin Crafts. If you haven't yet subscribed, I'd appreciate you doing so. I am part of the Not Too Shabby team, a very proud part of the Not Too Shabby team. So take care, sweet wishes, everybody, and happy crafting.